from those who can least afford it and don't have any clout on Capitol Hill. That's not a vision of the America I know.
That's what they call in politics drawing a contrast with the opposition. But I do want to emphasize this, Brooke. Both sides are really talking about meaningful change to cut the debt. So we're entering a political season. Yes, everything is done through a political lens, but both sides are proposing real reforms.
Well, let's, to follow your phrase, let's continue to draw the contrast. I want you to go through some of the key differences between what we heard today from President Obama and what we heard just days ago from Republican Congressman Paul Ryan.
Okay, I'm going to highlight some of the bigger pieces, the bigger examples. So one example, the Republican budget proposed by Paul Ryan would alter Medicare. So the government would no longer pay part of nearly any doctor's visit that a retiree takes. So that would mean less coverage by Medicare, and Republicans and Democrats disagree about how much less. The president's plan wouldn't do that at all. Instead, the White House says it would look for savings in other ways in Medicare, for example, reining in prescription drug costs. Okay, on the flip side is something that you pointed out. Their budget would cut taxes for the wealthiest and for corporations, which they say will stimulate growth. The president's proposal would let the Bush tax cuts expire for the wealthiest and end many corporate tax rates. Those are just some basic examples, but that speaks to a stark difference in philosophies about how the government should work.
So how do you think that both of these plans, Jess, how do you think they're sitting, back at home with constituents, both Republicans and Democrats, and also with the party base?
You know, I don't even have to guess in this day and age. I already know, because our inboxes have been filled with commentary already on the left. Some progressive groups are howling. Ultra-progressives do not want any changes to Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. So what I just held up is an email from the Progressive Change Campaign Committee, and already they say that their mailing list has gotten 88,000 Democrats to pledge that they will not donate a penny to the Obama campaign if the president, quote, cuts Medicare and Medicaid. Now, as Dana has reported on the other side, some Republicans are not pleased with the idea of Republicans changing health care entitlements either, Medicare, Medicaid, because that doesn't sit well with voters. And then don't forget that Tea Party groups, they want more cuts than anyone's even discussed. So there are many unhappy constituencies, Brooke.
I love it. Click of a mouse and instant gratification. Got the responses.
Right.
Very nice, Jessica Yellen. You are very good. Thank you very much there in Washington. And coming up here, how young is too young? Parents, think about this one. You have a 6-year-old girl gets a pretty invasive pat down at the airport. Her parents and others out there, perhaps some of you, they are outraged over this story. We're going to share some of that video with you, see what this pat down entails, and hear from her parents. That